Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a book haul. I think this is only the second time I've had a dedicated video to a book haul. I think there was a little clip at the end of my birthday vlog where I showed some books I got for my birthday, but I don't usually do them because I don't usually get books in bulk. I usually just buy 2 or 3 at a time as I kind of go along. So I've been a very lucky lady this Christmas and I have been gifted a lot of books. There is one book in particular that you're about to see quite a few times because a lot of people know it's my favourite, and so I did get multiple copies of it, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. And then also, which I will do at the end, my lovely cousin Ella has been working in publishing recently, which is very useful when you are a bookworm like me, and she's given me a whole bag of proofs, which I'm so excited about because some of them aren't even out yet. I've never had a proof in my whole life, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to talk through in the order that I received them. The books that I do know about, I will obviously explain a little bit if I need to, but the proofs I know literally nothing about. There's one author in there that I recognise, so I will just whip through those. And yeah, I will try and keep this brief because there is a lot of books here. So first of all, I was sent this beautiful edition of Lady Oracle by Margaret Atwood, and this was sent to me from Kat from Brews and Reviews. Sorry Kat, don't know what's wrong with me today. I always, if I get gifted an Amazon book, I always put the slip inside the book so I know who sent it to me. So she sent this to me because I was running over December. I ran a Twitter bookish Secret Santa. So I was running that, and Kat was kind enough to send me a book to say thank you for running that. Funnily enough, I was her Secret Santa, and I will put a link up there and in the description to her book haul where she talks through the book that I sent her. Thankfully she was really excited about it. So this is a beautiful edition of this book. Obviously I'm running the Margaret Atwood reread this year and into next year because it's going to take a while, and this is one of the books that we will be reading very, very shortly. You can see my other ones up here, and yeah, it was so thoughtful of her. And I know I've seen a few people say this, but I'm going to repeat it. I never ever expected anyone to send me any books at all. I was stunned when I got some for my birthday, and then over December these packages just kept arriving and I was like, I haven't ordered anything. And then to realise that some of my friends had taken the time and spent their money to send me books just like absolutely blew me away. So thank you to everyone who sent me books. I'll say this again at the end, but thank you so much. I was so like touched and shocked, and it was just wonderful. And yeah, it was lovely. I've got quite a few of these Atwood books over Christmas because people know what I'm doing, and yeah, so I was really chuffed to get that from Kat. My next one was another Atwood, which is The Heart Goes Last by Margaret Atwood. This was sent to me by Faye at Mr. Date with the Book. Again, I've got her note in here, and this is one I haven't read yet. It's quite far down on the list, so I won't get to it for quite a while. I'm sort of contemplating a sneaky preview read, but I probably won't. I'll wait till we get there. But look at this edition. I mean, it's so bold. I love it on the back. And it's got these really nice, is it end pages if it's technically like the back of the front cover, but look at that. So yeah, I was so touched by that. And again, this was to say thank you for organising the bookish Secret Santa, which was really sweet of her. And yeah, really excited to get to this at some point. I then got not one, but 2 books from the beautiful Simone, from me, Simone and I. She absolutely blew me away. Like, I nearly cried. Well, I did cry when I opened this package. I will show you this book first because it's easier to hold up. It's also got her little note in it, and that is It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Bourne. If you've been watching my channel, you'll know that I read loads of Holly Bourne last year. I read 6 books of hers. She was a new discovery for me. I discovered her during Mental Health-a-thon because she was Nicole's pick. Her book, And My Normal Year, was Nicole's pick for Mental Health-a-thon. Yes, it was. And then I've since read 6 others because I absolutely fell in love with her writing. So all of her books were on my wish list, and Simone was kind enough to pick this one out. I don't even really know much about it, but I love the cover. I will definitely be reading it soon, and I was so touched to get that. And then she went above and freaking beyond because look at this. She sent me the illustrated copy of The Chamber of Secrets. What? Like, I could not get over it. It is the most stunning, I mean, look at that edition, and it's just like, these are really expensive, guys. Like, I was just absolutely blown away. Look at Diagon Alley, like, oh my god, like, yeah, I did have a little cry in my kitchen. I mean, it's crazy. So Simone, I was blown away by all of these gifts, but this was just next level. So yeah, thank you, Simone. Honestly, had a little cry in my kitchen because I felt a bit overwhelmed and incredibly thankful. So yeah, had that, which is like my new favourite possession. And then I got another parcel, which was from my lovely friend Nicole from A Beautiful Chaos of Books. Can't find the thing yet, I'm sure it'll come up in a minute. And it came in this huge box arrived, and it was like, what the hell is that? I haven't ordered anything. And it was in this big, like, beautiful blue gauzy bag thing, and I pulled it out, probably burst into tears, because it was The Prisoner of Azkaban, which, as we all know, is my favourite Harry Potter book. And again, just, like, I don't know, I just didn't really know how to feel. I was completely shocked that anyone would take the trouble to send me this book. And again, it's just absolutely stunning. It's got the most beautiful illustrations. I haven't actually reread Harry Potter in about 18 months, so clearly I need to get on a reread. I mean, look at the night bus. It's glorious, and I never thought that I would own these books, so it was an absolute shocker. So thank you so much, Nicole. I was just blown away by this. However, 2 other people had the same idea for me this year. Let me just get these books out of the way. Because I also got a copy from my best friend Steph. So that makes 2 copies. And then Charlie also brought me a copy. So I actually ended up with 3 copies of this book. Let's get them together. Oh, that's heavy. I ended up with 3 copies of Prisoner of Azkaban. But it's absolutely fine. 2 of them are going to go back. I'm going to swap one for Chamber of Secrets. No, wait, I've got Chamber of Secrets. Philosopher's Stone. And another one for Goblet of Fire. And then I can start a very exciting reread of the illustrated versions. And I just love that people knew what my favourite book is and were thoughtful enough to buy it for me. So absolutely blown away by those. And yeah, it did make me chuckle when I opened the one from Steph and then the one from Charlie. Clearly I have a brand, and that is Azkaban, so yeah, can't believe that, but I'm really excited to get the multiple books swapped for the others, and then I can start a reread, which is way overdue, because like I said, I don't think I've read them in 18 months, maybe 2 years, because I think you can see the top of it here, I've got the beautiful paperback children's editions, and now I can read the illustrated ones. Anyway, moving away from Harry Potter, although not for very long, I was sent this glorious edition of Northern Lights, and it was sent by my really lovely friend Mary from With Cinnamon Please, and she sent the most lovely note. She said, hey lovely, here's an early Christmas present. Thank you for always being so kind and supportive. Hope you like it, Mary from With Cinnamon Please. So that was lovely. These editions, a friend of mine on Bookstagram posted about them. I do have a bind up of all 3 books, but I don't really like the edition, so it lives upstairs. Saw a friend of mine post about these editions on Bookstagram and was like, oh my god, I need them, put them on my wish list, and then Mary sent me this one, so I'm definitely going to get the other 2 at some point in the next sort of 12 months. I probably won't read this edition, if I'm honest, because as we know, I crack spines, and this is just too beautiful for me to wreck it. I mean, look at this, and it's got the French flaps as well, so when you open the whole thing out, you get this glorious image, and yeah, it's too nice for me to wreck it, so I probably won't read this actual edition, but I'm really happy to have it for my collection, so thank you so much, Mary. It's beautiful, and when I showed Charlie, he was like, wow, that's stunning. I think he thinks he might read it. No, child, you won't. You can read my bind up, but this one is too pretty to be read. Then on Christmas Day, Gary and I exchanged our gifts. We celebrate on Boxing Day this year because of our custody arrangement with Charlie. So he gifted me 2 books. Actually, let's get the other one as well. And the first of those was The Robber Bride by Margaret Atwood. He knew obviously that I'm collecting these books for the reread. This is one of my favourite Atwoods, and this cover is glorious. I love this red, and it definitely suits the story that's inside it. So yeah, I was really pleased to get that. And then he also, because I don't have enough copies of this book, he bought me the audiobook version of Prisoner of Azkaban. Can you see the theme in this haul? I've actually got the first 2 just here. This one's really faded because it's been in the sun. So it's really great to have this to add to my collection. I will probably put this in my car, and then when I get to reread Azkaban, I will probably reread it with my ears and with obviously one of the beautiful illustrated editions I was gifted. So he got me that, which was fab. And then my last kind of Booktube gift, probably should have done this before Gary's, but anyway, the person who had me for Secret Santa was Desi from Pastel Pages. Sorry, that gave me a second. She sent me Deathless Girls, which, again, beautiful edition. And this was on my wish list, obviously. I actually can't remember that much about it. However, I will be reading this in January for sure. I'm really excited to pick it up. It was lovely of her to send it to me, and she sent me a hardback copy as well. So yes, thank you very much, Desi. This was lovely. I'm very excited to read it. And then the last book that I got as a Christmas gift before we get into the arcs that I've got. This was a book from my brother. So this is Sigrid Undset, Christian Lavransdatter, The Wreath. I know literally nothing about this. He picked this because he and I are working on something together, and when he read it, it reminded him of what we're trying to do. I think it's translated Danish fiction. It was part of the Penguin Drops Case collection because it begins with the letter U. That's literally all I know about it. All it says on the back is, I would rather sleep with him on bare straw than with any other man in a silk bed. That's all I know. But I'll be picking this up probably in January as well. So we'll find out together. But if you know what this book is and have any more information, then drop me a comment and let me know, because I'm a little bit in the dark. Then I went home, well, back to my mum's for Christmas, and saw my cousin Ella. And she presented me with this huge bag of proofs, most of which are arcs. So I'm going to whip through these really quickly because I know nothing about them. There's one author in here, like I said, that I recognise. So if you've got any recommendations of what I should pick up first, please let me know. I'm just literally going to pull them out at random and go through them. So we've got The Temple House Vanishing by Rachel Donahue. Cool. This, by the way, for a proof, has got a really nice cover. Look how nice that is. Then we've got House on Endless Waters by Amuna Elon. Hope I said that right. That's a proof. Oh, The Temple House Vanishing is out on the 6th of February. This one is out in March 2020, doesn't say which date. I've got The Butchers by Ruth Gilligan. This comes out on the 26th of March. Very cool cover, especially as it's just a proof. I've got Gravity is the Thing by Jacqueline Moriarty. That's out in January 2020. There's no date, it's quite a chunker. Yeah, another lovely cover. This is the one author that I did know. Not That Bad by Roxane Gay. I think this is already out. Yes, I think so. But this I'll definitely be picking up in January as my non-fiction read for the month. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. I have got The Cat and the City, who are you by Nick Bradley. That is coming out on the 7th of May. So that was really early, that feels, to have that. So I'm quite excited for that one. Then I've got a couple of finished editions. So we've got, this is beautiful, this one, The Bird King by G. Willow Willison, author of Aleph the Unseen. Never heard of it, but it's a beautiful edition, and it's got a map and it's the whole thing. Yeah, really intrigued to see what that's about. Then we've got Lost Property by Laura Beatty. Again, I think that's a finished copy. Yes, it is. A woman goes on a road trip across Europe where she discovers the beauty and the violence running through the branches of our 10,000-year-old family tree. So, kind of intrigued by that. And then this one is this like glorious like floppy paperback edition of The Farfield by Madhuri Vijay. Hopefully I've said that correctly, sorry if I haven't. And again, know literally nothing about this, but I'm really intrigued to see what that's all about. So yeah, those are all the books. I've been a very lucky lady. Those are all the books I've received over Christmas. If you have sent me a book or gifted me a book, thank you so much. When I put my wish list out there, it was not with any expectation that I would get anything. It's just because everyone was posting their wish list, and it's like, well, here's mine. And then I could not believe what turned up through my letterbox. So thank you so much if you have gifted me a book. I really do appreciate it, and I am so excited to get stuck in and read all these lovely books. So yeah, please leave me a comment with any books that you got for Christmas. If you've done a haul video recently that I haven't already watched, then leave me a link and I will definitely go and check that out. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.